Intro and welcome to another tech brand new videos. In today's video, we're taking a closer look at sticky notes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now, sticky notes is something that comes built into Windows. It's an app that allows you to place little notes on your screen, just like those physical post-it notes that we all know and love. You can write stuff down, make reminders, leave yourself little messages. The great thing is, they stick around until you decide to take them off. So here's how it works. You go up to the top right-hand corner of your screen and click on this little icon right here, okay? And you'll see all of your notes that are currently active. Now, if you don't have any notes yet, it's going to look like this. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on this plus button, and we're going to add a brand new note. From here, you can type anything that you want. You can put a title, you can put some bullet points. You can even color code this note. We'll talk about that in a second. Or you can add some other stuff like links, pictures, whatever you want inside of your note. Once you've got everything added that you want to add, you can go ahead and click on the X to close this out, or you can hit the check mark to save it. Then whenever you go over to the next one, it's going to be right here on your taskbar. Here I've got a little blue one and a green one, okay? This is how you can color code them, and we'll show you how to do that, okay? But real quick, let's jump into the actual notes themselves. Here, I've got my green note, we've got our blue note, and then I've got another one here. If I wanted to delete this blue one, I just go up to the header, I right click, and I say delete. That's going to get rid of it. If I want to change the color, I right click, and then I click on color, and I could choose from blue, green, pink, purple, yellow, red, white, black, dark blue, orange. You've got quite a few different colors to choose from. Also, over here on the left-hand side, I can choose the transparency level that I want for my sticky note. Then finally, if I want to move this around, well, I just grab onto the header, drag it around wherever I want it to go. I can resize it by pulling from the bottom right-hand corner. Also, if you ever want to print one of these out, you can right-click, go to More Options, and then click on Print. Now, you might be wondering, hey, how does this compare to something like Notepad? Well, the main difference is you can keep Notepad open, and you can work in it just like a regular document, but with sticky notes. Once you close it, it's gone. However, there is a way to bring them all back. All you have to do is go up to the little sticky note icon and click on this down arrow, and it's going to show you all of your notes that you previously had open. Here, I can still see that green one. You can also click on this one, and it's going to pull up that blue one that I had, cat. Now, as you can tell, they stick around until you decide to get rid of them. They're not going anywhere. You might be wondering, okay, what if I want to use this on my phone or my tablet? Well, no problem. Sticky Notes is also available in the store for both Android and iOS. If you use the same Microsoft account, it will sync up with all of your notes. Let's say I'm over here on my phone. I can go into my sticky notes. I can add a new note. I can type something in here. I could even give this note a color. Maybe I'm doing this for my wife. So I'll go ahead and hit done. Then, when I go back over to my computer, it's automatically going to be synced up with this note right here. I don't have to do anything. It just magically happens. Another cool feature is the ability to convert ink into text. So, if you've got a touchscreen device, you can go ahead and just start writing things directly on your screen, and it'll turn it into text for you. Finally, over here on the left-hand side, you can search through all of your notes. So maybe you remember that you wrote something in a note and you want to find out what it was. Just go ahead and type in a keyword, and it's going to try to search through all of your notes and pull up anything that matches that keyword. Finally, if you're a fan of keyboard shortcuts, Sticky Notes has you covered. Here are all of the default ones. Ctrl plus N is going to create a brand new note. Ctrl-D is going to delete the currently active note. And Ctrl plus Shift plus L is going to allow you to change the color of the current note. And now for the technical information about sticky notes. First up, we're going to talk about where is it actually installed? Well, if you're running Windows 10 or 11, it probably already comes installed and pre-configured for you. If it doesn't, all you have to do is open up the Microsoft Store, type in Sticky Notes, and then click on Install. Once it's done installing, you can go ahead and open it up and start adding notes. As far as where the notes are actually saved, they're saved in this folder here. This is going to be %localapt 2% packages Microsoft Stickits _8 wekib 3d8 bboy. Inside of here, you'll see a bunch of files and folders. One of the main ones that you'll care about is the local database. This is an SQLite database that stores all of your notes and their associated data, such as the color and the transparency and all that stuff. As far as the version history, Sticky Notes was first introduced back in Windows 7. However, it went through a major overhaul in Windows 10. Now, currently in Windows 11. It looks like it's still using the same code base that they had in Windows 10. Now, what if you're having some problems with Sticky Notes? How do you go ahead and fix those? Okay, well, let's say for example, all of your notes are disappearing. It's not a good thing, but there is a solution. All you have to do is make sure that it's sensing in the cloud. To do that, you go up to your settings, then you go to Accounts, then you select your Microsoft account. You'll notice that it says Sync this device. Make sure that's turned on. If it is, then you should be good to go. Now, what if you're having trouble opening up Sticky Notes altogether? It won't open up when you double click on it, or when you go to run it from the Start menu. Well, in that case, you're probably going to need to reset the app itself. You can do that by going to your settings, then going to Apps, then going to Apps and Features. Then you go down to Sticky Notes. Notice that it says Advanced. If you click on that, you've got the option to reset or to repair. I would try to repair first, and then if that doesn't work, you can always try the reset. And finally, what if Sticky Notes won't sync with the cloud? Well, the first thing I would check is to make sure you're actually signed in. To do that, you go up to your Start menu, you click on Settings, and then you go to Accounts. Then you're going to see a list of all of the accounts that you're signed into. Make sure your Microsoft account is showing here, otherwise you need to sign into it. That's pretty much it. There really isn't too much more to cover with Sticky Notes. Finally, let's answer the who, what, where, when, and how. Who developed Sticky Notes? Well, it's developed by none other than Microsoft themselves. What programming language is used? Well, it's written in C#, which is part of the Universal Windows Platform apps. Is the API available for developers? Well, yes, it is available, but it's limited. You can get to it by going to the Windows SDK and then looking under the reference source. And that's where you're going to find the documentation on how to use the API. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Be blessed. I'll catch you on the next one.